Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-race press conference for the first round of the 2018-2019 ABB FIA Formula E Championship here at the Saudi Ad Diriyah ePrix. And what a fantastic way to start a new generation of Formula E action here today. Our winner, Antonio Felix Da Costa, for BMW I Andretti Motorsport. Well done, Antonio. Great performance today. In second place, Eric Vergne, our reigning champion from DS Techita. Well done, Eric. And in third place, Jerome D'Ambrosio from Mahindra Racing. Congratulations to Jerome as well. So a thrilling finish. Antonio winning by just 0.4 seconds. Antonio, what a great day for BMW. Lots of hard work, so many days away testing this new model of car, and you've come through and you've won your second race in Formula E. Tell us how you feel.
I feel good. It was. I had 2 really hard years, to be honest. And you know how it is, this motorsport world. People forget. You know, you're as good as your last race, so it wasn't always easy. But this was always the plan. So some people did know what the plan was, and we kept together. We kept working hard. So I have to thank the team for that. You know, like these guys and like every team in the paddock, I guess these testing days that we do. They're so long, and we spend weeks together in the middle of nowhere in some racetrack testing the car and making it, you know, working it hard and making it better and better every day. And sometimes you wonder, is this all worth it, you know? And it's when these things happen that you're sure that it's all worth it. And so I have to thank everyone there, because a lot of guys had lots of sleepless nights. Americans, Germans, English, French, Portuguese. We have a lot of people in that team, so I really have to thank them and for also keeping the trust on me, because, yeah, happy with this. I mean, for sure we got some work to do, because this guy was flying. I would have had no chance. But, you know, this is racing, and we played our cards right, did everything right, so we took the win, and super happy with that.
You got 28 points, a win and pole position in the first race, but it only tells half the story. First of all, the start. You performed a 3-point turn. I don't think there's been a race where that's happened before. And then tell us about the end as well, because the safety car, the last thing you needed was a safety car.
Yeah, the start was, I wasn't really well placed, because I was looking at the wrong line on the floor, so I misplaced my car a little bit, so I had to point a bit to the left. But luckily, the start itself was good, and I managed to keep position. And then the fight with these guys, yeah, I saw them coming, and I thought they must be on some kind of attack mode or whatever, but it was just pure pace. And I saw the first gold car, and then the second one came, and all of a sudden I was in the middle of 2, and I was ready to give up in terms of, you know, let's take a podium home and not try and risk everything to fight these guys. And I really couldn't, to be honest, at that point. And then that's when I heard they had a drive-through, so I paced myself. I could actually stay with them for a while, and but yeah, and then they pitted. I had clean track, and then with the safety car there at the end, obviously the heart rate goes a little bit higher. These guys get closer again, and I used the attack mode just like Jeff did. It was a really clever way. So yeah, managed to keep it at the end. This guy still came close in the last corner. He kept on coming and coming. He still came close on the last lap, and I know him well. It's been a few years that we raced together now, and. You know, it was that distance where it wasn't clear that he wasn't coming, but it was really far to come to make the lunge. And I thought, okay, I'll just stay in the middle of the track just in case. And I saw him coming, and I kind of defended halfway through and was enough to stay in front. So, yeah, I don't know how it was for you guys, but it was super hard for us out there.
Well, it was a fantastic race. Well done to you and to the team, Antonio. And second place, Eric Vergne for DS Techita. Eric, a true epic of a race for you. You've had similar races. Zurich was not dissimilar to this race. You had fantastic pace, as Antonio attested to. But talk us through your race, because it was complex because of the penalty you had to serve.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Antonio and BMW. I know how it feels, you know, to have a couple of hard years. So I'm very pleased for those guys. They've done it right today. And certainly they will give us some hard work to do this year. And then, of course, you know, the organizer, I think we had an amazing venue. Racing in the desert, I think 2 months ago or even a month ago wasn't possible. And I think they've done an incredible job. So a big thanks to all of them. Then as for me, yeah, I had a good pace. I was really hungry for a victory today. Qualifying this morning didn't really go, you know, to plan. But yeah, you know, I was feeling extremely confident in that race. to move forward. Overtaking on the outside, I saw it was not possible, but made it possible on Seb today. And I don't know how many overtakings I had, but you know, I had a lot of fun behind the wheel. Then the drive-through penalty came. I still have no idea why. I think it's, you know, some technical infringement, so we need to look in details what happened so that it doesn't happen again. Yeah, then exited 5th from the pit lane and had to overtake again 3 cars. So yeah, honestly, I had a lot of fun. The car was fantastic, so I have to say a big thanks to the team. And of course, a massive welcome to DS in our team. I wanted to welcome them with a win, but you know, I will take what I have today, and second position is a good enough welcome gift. And you know, all I can promise them is to fight for more wins. But you know, I'm happy. I would take the positive from this weekend is that we have a strong team, a very strong car, and I'm very motivated.
Did that level of pace you showed once you cleared Antonio, Felix? You set, I think, 3 consecutive fastest laps. I mean, you were absolutely flying. Did that even surprise you, Jeff, today?
Well, you know, last year, all the races that I won, I don't think I was really quick. It was more a question of how to defend. And this year, I really tried to improve myself and, you know, just be quicker driver in the race. So, yeah, I think I was probably more on it than I was last season. And that's the way I will keep it for this season.
Well driven today. Congratulations, Jeff. And moving over to our 3rd place finisher, Jerome D'Ambrosio for Mahindra Racing. Jerome, what a great way for you to start a new chapter in your Formula E career here today. 3rd place, I guess it's exceeded your expectations for the first event in Generation 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, you know, like Jeff says, congratulations to Antonio. I come also from 2 difficult years, last 2 years, so it's great to start this new relationship with the team in this way. We worked really hard over the past few months to be ready. I think we were really fast. I mean, we were really good in race pace. Still, at the end of the race, I didn't have that confidence on the braking to even fight Jeff. So I just, you know, thought better keep the podium rather than do something silly. Yeah, and it's an amazing way to start. I'm really, really happy to be part of such a great team. Loads of great people, a great atmosphere, and so really it's a great way to start. And I think that you can really build on this. As you know, it's only been a few months working with them. It takes time to get to know the team and know how to work with the team. And so I think, yeah, we've got some good days ahead of us if we keep on working the way we did.
We saw some really exciting battles during the race, and none more so than yourself, Lopez and Buemi in the first phase of the race. Talk us through that particular part of the action. Yeah,
well, Pachito was quite warm. I mean, he was lower on energy than us, but he was going for it. And at that point, I just decided to play it safe, save a bit of energy, and then just stay close enough to be able to make a move in case something tricky would happen between the two. That's what happened. Pachito went around the outside, and I managed to cut back Seb. It was difficult. It was difficult to overtake on this track, to be honest. So apart if you had the pace of Jeff, but if on similar pace, it was quite difficult. So yeah, I mean, I had to make the most out of it, and we did. So I think again, a great way to start the season. We have to build on this and try to fight for the championship. We've got some very tough contender. This is becoming one of the most competitive championship, if not the most competitive championship in the world. Everyone is so close. So yeah, it's really down to the people who work the best.
Well done, Jerome. And before we go over to the floor to ask questions, a quick one from Antonio. It's been the first Ad Diriyah ePrix this weekend. Conditions not easy. Obviously, this morning there was a lot to do before track action happened. Antonio, just memories and opinions about the track here this weekend.
I was just telling Jeff right now how much fun the track was to drive, especially after you do the first couple of corners and then all going down the mountain and then all the way up to turn 14 is so much fun. I mean, your focus levels need to be so high for you to do 45 minutes on the limit with this car here. And I've actually touched the wall slightly on the inside early in the race, but luckily nothing happened. So, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. Like Jeff said, it's amazing what we're doing now with Formula E, where we go racing, how we go racing, the conditions of the track, you know. So it's really impressive, and yeah, I hope we keep coming here because it was a really cool one.